Live now. All right. Facebook on, Instagram on. Hello. All right. Welcome, everybody. And special shout out to challengers. This is the Let's Crash Instagram class. So, well, we actually don't want to crash it. We would love to have the energy of moving together. So, if you are able to, I hope you're here. And yes. Okay, people are checking in. All right. Have a great class. Enjoy the energy of moving together virtually, I guess, because we can't be together, but we are together in a certain way. So we got Chungster, Lead and Flow, and Jen Claire's on the mat. Enjoy.
All right, so we're actually going to start out in child's pose. So however you want to take this, if it's a little more traditional, knees together, butt onto the heels, arms back, and then just letting your forehead rest either turn to left or right, or just forehead into the mat. If you're taking wide-legged like Jen is, knees mats width, big toes to touch, let the upper body fall. And just even close your eyes here for a moment. So just feeling this kind of energy rippling. So again, like we can't be here physically, we're all here together intentionally. So with that, bringing your intentional breath into the body now. So seal your lips when you're ready. And then just on your own time, starting to pull the breath a little slower in through the nose. And just notice where that inhale likes to land, where maybe a little more space you can feel in the low back. And then whenever you're ready, completing that cycle, exhaling, maybe out through the mouth for the first few, otherwise just keep it through the nose. And again, we're creating a habit, creating a change. So maybe for day 6 of the challenge, you set a focus and intention, what you are hoping to kind of move with for the next hour. Just stay here for 2 more cycles of your own. If you haven't already, just starting to find a little bit of engagement, a little bit of awakening through the center. So belly button in and up. And when you're done your second exhale, just start to find a little more extension through the arms. So reaching through the elbows, reaching through the arms, the chest, but keep the heaviness in the hips. Okay, keep the toning through the center, belly button in and up. And then without moving the hips, just start to walk your arms and upper body over towards the right-hand side of your mat. So this will even come right off your mat. If you don't have a mat, you're just on your carpet or floor, no problem. Try to keep that left hip coming back. And then steady with the breath. So even as we increase a little bit of motion in the body, notice where the breath tends to shorten. And keep the inhale a little longer. If you still want more, maybe left hand presses on top of the right, or even clasp the fingers. Keep the hips coming back and down. One more full breath here. And maintain the lift of the navel. Slowly walk your hands to center and right away up and over to the left side. So again, maybe just start with the arms separated. And then as you feel the right side body expand, can you settle the hips a little closer to the heels? Maintain that fluidity, that flow in and out through the nose. Maybe gradually adding the right hand on top of the left. Face stays soft. Breath still clear. And whatever brought you onto the mat, whether it's connecting, again, beyond your house, or just simply getting a little bit of movement therapy in, exactly where you need to be. One more breath. All right, we're going to start to move with your breath. So coming back through center, strong through the arms, push into the palms. Inhale, lift up into a tabletop position. Notice the pause at the peak. Right into cat pose. So tuck your chin in, round your spine, hollow the front of the ribs. Good. Your next inhale, belly low, cow. So sternum, sacrum high. Maybe gaze up. And then exhale, round and dome. So make the next 2-3 rounds of breath yours. So if you want to add any side body movement, any circular motion, before we find stillness in down dog, just a little bit of kind of free form, getting rid of the day, so to say, kind of just awakening those tighter spots in the body. And then after your second exhale from this point, just check in that the center of the palms are rooted, and then with the 10 toes tucked, keep the belly button in, chest to thighs, and then hips up for downward facing dog, whenever you get there. So if you get there sooner, you can walk it out, pedal out the feet. Really nice option to start with a shorter down dog, just so you can really fully feel the grounding beneath the palms. Maybe for some of you, the heels are starting to descend to the ground. Let the head fall heavy. Let the eyes settle wherever's comfortable, whatever will keep the mind a little more at ease, steady. And just find one more full breath here. Nice, and then keep the extension through the arms. Inhale, lift up high to all 10 toes. So feel the bottoms of the feet awaken. Bend your knees, look forwards as many steps as you need. Walk up to the top of the mat. Nice, once the feet are between the palms, halfway lift, pause. Press your fingers into something, keep the heart moving forwards. Soften the knees, navel in, bow and fold as you exhale. Nice, push through the feet, ground down. Inhale, rise all the way up through the arms, the side body. Hands to the heart, pause here as you fully exhale. And releasing the arms, set your gaze. Have a really good class, everyone. Just modified Sane. On your next inhale, arms reach up high. Here, the pause at the peak. Hands to the heart, soft knees bow all the way towards the earth. Halfway lift, long inhale, here the pause. Step into high plank, high push-up. So bring the weight more forwards. Come on to the tiptoes. Push the ground away with the palms as you breathe in. Nice and slow. Soften the knees, belly button in, lower chest and forehead all the way down. Slide your hands back a bit. Keep the tops of feet pressing. Cobra on your next inhale. Head and heart up, here the pause. Exhale all the way into the ground. 2 more times. Inhale, head and chest up. Good, soften down as you exhale. Last one, inhale, go forwards and up with the heart. Nice, this time through the knees, downward facing dog as you exhale. We're just finding one breath here, so really extend through the inhale. Here the pause, and then follow through with your exhale. Okay, we're gonna slowly increase the motion. Inhale, come high to the toes. Soft knees look forward, step up, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Soft knees fold, exhale. Root into the feet, inhale, rise up. Keep the chest lifted, maybe eyes up. Samasthiti, mountain pose, arms relax alongside you. Let's do another one. Inhale, reach up. Fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Keep the chest forwards, legs step back, high plank, high push-up. Travel the heart and gaze forwards, breathe in. Modified flow, knees, chest, forehead down, elbows in. One time to cobra, bring your head and heart up, pause. Nice, to the knees, downward facing dog. Twice as long, 2 full breaths here. Remembering flows are optional. You can always meet back in down dog. You can keep coming through the knees. Otherwise, once you've completed this exhale, we'll start to move through full flow. Good, inhale, lift to the toes. Soft knees, look forwards, walk up. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Root into the feet, inhale, lift up. Keep rising, keep lifting. Folding into your forward fold, Uttanasana, as you breathe out. Nice, halfway lift, breathe in. Into your high plank, high push-up. So push the ground away, keep the heart moving forwards. Modified or full chaturanga, just halfway down, exhale. Nice, Jen. Inhale, up dog or cobra, thighs up, chest up. Downward facing dog as you exhale, 3 rounds of breath. So notice as we moved a little bit more, breath is kind of reaching all the nooks and crannies of the body. Check in, maybe the feet walk further away from the hands. Maybe you still keep that shorter distance and then feel the earth beneath the palms and feet. One more full cycle here. All right, inhale, come high to the toes. Soft knees look forwards, walk or light hop up, top of the mat. Nice, halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Keep your hips low, Utkatasana, chair pose, arms up, chest up. Push through the feet, come up, Samasthiti, mountain pose. All right, big toes to touch. Inhale, hips low, chair. Forward fold on your exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathing in. Any way to chaturanga, step high to low like Jen is doing. Otherwise, you can jump back, bend elbows. Back bend of your choice, back cobra, up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, keep the palms pressing, belly button in. Right leg up high, inhale. Knee to the nose to lightly step the foot between the palms, nice. Back heel high, crescent lunge, inhale, arms and torso up. Back foot flat, warrior 2, open up, arms extended, soft gaze forwards. Release the left arm, peaceful warrior, full breath in, stay present. Back heel's gonna pick up, left hand down, simple twist. So right arm up high, so revolving your heart towards the right side of your room. Keep the right heel heavy for this set. Pull your right hip back. And then with every exhale, where you want the left side of your chest to go, look there for your final breath. We're just gonna ease into the hamstring, lower your right hand down. Think back bend, chest forwards and up. Take a full inhale. A really loose pyramid. Straighten out your right leg, hips up as you exhale. Nice, re-bend into the right knee, plant your palms, step back, chaturanga. Maybe you go three-legged, hovering that right foot. Nice, Jen. Tops of feet press, up dog or cobra. We need back downward facing dog. Take one full cycle, reset, belly button in, and then refresh. Start brand new, left leg up, inhale. Even quieter, knee to nose, leg step up. Crescent lunge, back heel high, arms and torso rises. Back foot flat, warrior two, full exhale to open. Reverse your warrior, right arm down, left arm up, look wherever's comfortable. Pop the right heel up, right hand down for the simple twist. Left fingertips, left arm high. And then just check and have you kind of sunk into the right hip. Scrub down to that left heel, pull the left hip back. Nice, inner right thigh up, last breath. And then for the left hamstring, left hand down, look forwards, chest up, breathe in. Straighten your left leg, hips up, fold on your exhale, long exhale. Re-bend into the left knee, plant your palms, step through high to low, or maybe you hover that back foot to lower, three-legged chaturanga. Back bend at your choice on the inhale, and then we meet in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths, take what you need, so maybe with a little more movement, the mind have gotten a little bit busy. And check in with the breath. Has it become a little shorter? Stretch it out. One more full cycle. Nice. Push into the palms. Maybe shorten up the distance between hands and feet. Inhale, come high to the toes. Soft knees, look where you're going. Hop or walk, feet between the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Utkatasana, hips low, arms high, breathe in. All the way to standing mountain pose, Samasthiti. Nice job. Big toes to touch. Chair once again. Inhale, hips low, arms up. And then cast your gaze a little higher. Watch your palms connect overhead. Take a full breath in. Revolve, twist to the right as you exhale, prayer twist. So left tricep to the outside of the right thigh. If you like a little bit of support, left forearm across your thighs, right hand to the sacrum. And then connect your inner knees. Feel just a nudge of that left hip back. And then can you sit a little lower for your final breath? Really nice, Jen. Commit. Stay this low in the hips. Back through center, chair pose, Utkatasana. Palms pressed, twist to the left as you exhale. So notice where you're starting to grip. Can you lighten up the 10 toes? Maybe open and close the mouth a few times. Keep the jaw really relaxed. Soften the eyes. And for these last couple breaths, can you shift the weight into the heels? Good. Lift the chest a little higher than the hips. Awesome. And then relax that left shoulder. Last breath. Commit, stay in your seat, hips low, arms up, breathe in. Now let it go, fold as you exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, fill up. Any way to chaturanga, so low push-up, you can step high to low like Jen is doing, otherwise jump back, bent elbows. Meeting in downward facing dog, inverted V, stretch the arms. Right leg up high, inhale. Good, knee to the nose, lightly step the foot between the palms. Crescent lunge, inhale, arms and torso high. Warrior two, full exhale, open it up. Nice, reverse your warrior, breathe in. And then push with the right foot, straighten out your right leg as you exhale. Anchor your left foot down, come all the way up, setting up for traditional Utthita Trikonasana. So left hip is gonna bump back, right arm extends forwards, right rib cage forwards. And then hand to a shin, to the shin, your shin, maybe to a block or a stack of books. And then think of more of the reach upward. So right side body picks up, nice. And then opening up the chest more. So right side the heart up. And keep steady in the breath. You got one more here. Awesome. Maybe challenging left arm stays high, otherwise left hand, left hip. Set your gaze low. As you walk your right arm underneath the right shoulder, maybe onto a block. Charging up that left glute. So flex the left toes. Nice. Move your left foot more towards the left side of the room. So towards your face a little bit more. Nice. And then maybe left arm up high. Awesome. Steady the gaze. If you want to play with the bind Chapasana, you can bend up the left knee like Jen is doing. Good. And then strong with that left hamstring. Kick your foot into the hand. And then the last second, can you think of a heart opener? So right side of chest up. Good. If you're bound, slowly back to that 5-point Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Take a little bend in that right knee. Lower your left hand down. Take a full inhale, chest up. Lunge on fingertips. Big step back with that left foot. Just like that Kriya we did. Look forwards, chest up, inhale. That loose pyramid. Straighten out your right leg. Exhale. Nice. Re-bend into the right knee. This time plant plant your left palm underneath your left shoulder, right hand on top of the right thigh. So come nice and high onto the left tip toes. You're going to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot as you wiggle walk your right foot 90 degrees to the right side. So you're coming into a supported side plank. Yeah, so outer edge of left foot grounds, right foot presses fully into the mat. Option stay here, maybe add your right arm up high. Or if you want to stay here, great. Otherwise, we're going to move with the breath 3 times, getting into that right glute. Take a full inhale, hips up, maybe right arm over your ear. And then exhale, look back. Lower your hips just to a hover, reach back, look back. 2 more times. Inhale, hips up, right arm up and over. Good. Exhale, lower the hips, reach back. Really step into the right foot. 1 more. Inhale, lift your hips up. Awesome. Lower down to a hover, look back. Right arm up high, breathe in. Plant your palm, step your right foot back beside the left or 3-legged. Chaturanga, rinse the body, lower slow. Up dog or cobra, lift the heart high. Meeting in downward facing dog, hips high, head low. Seal your palms, push into the feet. 1 full breath here. Good. Stretching the arms, left leg up high, breathe in. So really think close. Slide your chest, knee to nose to lightly step the foot between the palms. Crescent lunge, inhale, arms and torso up. Warrior 2, full exhale, open it up. Keep the bend in the left knee, reverse your warrior, full breath in. Push through the left foot, straighten out your left leg, reverse triangle. And then lots of weight into that right foot, come all the way up. Utthita Trikonasana. So maybe shorten up the distance between right and left foot, bump your right hip back. And then keep traveling as far as you can forwards before you land. Left hand onto the shin, maybe onto a block. Maybe for some of you it's all the way onto the ground or the left big toe. And then same thing, keep the extension, rooting into the right foot to feel the right hip open. Good. Think crown of the head more forward so you get this elongation through the spine. And your arms, keep the extension as your left fingertips are lightly pressing. Reach up more through the right. Last full breath. Ardha Chandrasana, right hand, right hip, or keep the right arm high. Soften into the left knee so you can creep your left hand underneath the shoulder or block. And then once you feel that right glute turn on, flex the right toes. Nice. Maybe add the right arm. Maybe start to shift the gaze. Nice if you're moving into the bind like Jen. Kicking the foot into the hand, and think hips more to the right side of the room, chest more to the right side of the room. Full breath here. Last cycle. Keep the chest facing right, extending back out, half moon. Soften that left knee, lower the right hand down, chest up, inhale. Lunge on fingertips, bend into that left knee, lower the right toes. And then once again, heart opener, chest up, breathe in. Straighten your left leg, full exhale, hips up, loose pyramid. Rebend into the left knee, supported side plank. So plant your right palm underneath the shoulder. Come high into the right toes, outer edge of the right foot's gonna ground. And then walk your left foot more to the left. So the left toe should be facing the left side of the room. Left arm can go high, maybe stay. Otherwise we move up and over towards the front. Breathe in. Lower your hips, reach back, look back as you exhale. So a little lowering of the hips. 2 more. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, hover, reach it back. Last one, hips up nice and high, reach over, get extension, and then hover the hips, look back as you exhale. Send your left arm high, plant your palms, high plank to low push-up chaturanga, otherwise just need a downward facing dog. Any way, how. You get 2 extra breaths here, so once you're there, check in what's shifted. Again, remember, we're all in this together, so feeling, even imagining the bodies beside you. So 1 more full round of breath. Nice. All right, from down dog, inhale, come high to the toes. Soft knees, look forwards. Walk or light hop up, top of the mat. Halfway lift, full breath in. Soft knees, bow and fold, exhale. Ground down, big breath in, arms up high. Now pause here, cactus your arms, bend your knees a little bit more, and then chest up, go forwards and up. Nice. 1 more full breath in, reach all the way up. Good, hands to heart as you exhale. We're going to get to the hips a little deeper. So when you're ready, walk your feet out mat to a distance. So if you know you're a little tighter in the ankles, a little low back, start with a wider stance, toes at a 45. Otherwise, toes more forwards, hands at heart, breathe in. Good, take your time. Maybe make it a 7 or 8 count exhale to lower into yogi squat. Again, if you prefer, if you did power with and on Sunday, holy smokes, you might even just lower your forearms onto the thighs. I'm still feeling it. Otherwise, if you do have the space, Good, hands at heart center, elbows to the inner thighs. And then if you are really flexible and you're comfortable here, notice if your knees are starting to come in. So see if you can find even a lift up out of the hips like an inch or two. And then just humble the chin and take a moment to reconnect. So especially those moments of softer, more calm, maybe more of the feel good. See if you can take a moment to really plug in and enjoy. All right, and then slowly, so a little bit of hip strength. Find an inch up out of the hips, a lift. Lower your fingertips down, left leg, big step back, low lunge, tap your left knee down. So we're gonna find our lizard lunge here. Definitely listen to your body. If you prefer to stay up on a palm, stay. Maybe you take it down to the forearms, a little more depth. Otherwise, we're gonna twist this out tonight. So left palm presses, right hand, right thigh. And then notice as you revolve your chest to the right, if that left hip has sunk down, so even pick up the hips a little bit. Good. Option to take the bind. So again, however you're feeling like tonight, whatever the hips are asking of you, maybe stay there, or you can bend up the left knee. Heel towards the glute. We'll get into the front of the left quad, left thigh more. Kicking your foot into the hand, opening into the right side of the chest more. And then the gaze is everything. So keep the mind really calm and steady. Set the gaze. Just take 2 more really deep breaths here. Yeah, so if you did take the foot, just keep the heel close to the glute, but just simply release the hand. Nice, awesome, Jen. So you lower the left toes down. You're gonna wiggle, walk your right foot back in between the palms. Good. Tuck your left toes under, so a little bit of strength here to come into the foundation. Keep that right hip coming back from low all the way up, crescent lunge. Breathe in. Nice, warrior 2, full exhale, go ahead, open it up. Reverse your warrior, left arm down, right arm lifted. Extended side angle, so right forearm pressing to the top of the right thigh, left arm over your left ear, just like we found in that kind of hip movement kriya. Good. See if you can spin the left pinky finger down. Good. Right side of the chest up. And then is your right leg doing all the work. Push into the edge of that left foot. If you're playing with a half bind or a full bind, or if you want to even find a quick birds of paradise, you got about 4 more breaths here. Good. So really getting some heat, some opening into that inner right thigh, but also working the outer right hip. And then think of the expression here. So right side of the chest up, soft face, and that really clear breath. If you're in birds of paradise, just meeting back in extended side angle. If you're bound as well, reach out. Now commit to the lunge in that right knee. Push into the left foot. Warrior 2, rise up with the torso of the arms. Beautiful. Hands catch your hips, straighten out your right leg. Pick up your 10 toes. Turn to face the left side of your mat, left side of the room. Toes in, heels out, and then tuck the elbows back. Big breath in for the chest. Lead with the heart. Hinge forwards and down, wide-legged forward folds. So lots of options here. Again, if the calves, if you're doing a little more running lately, the calves might need a little more extension. Arms can extend forwards like a downward facing dog, upper body, ribs in. If you're if you have your hands in between your legs like Jen, really get moving into the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Keep a lift through the navel as you actively relax, descend the chest forwards towards the earth. Just feel that release, that rinse through the low back, that opening through the backs of the legs. You got another full breath here. Awesome. Slowly walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Pick up all 10 toes to the right, 1/4 turn to frame your right foot. Good, 1 kriya, just like we did before. Chest forwards and up, take a full breath in. Straighten your right leg, hips up, long exhale, 1 breath here. Maybe even flex the right foot. Pull your right hip up. All right, so lots of compression, that right hip flexor. Look forwards, rebend that right knee. Now come up high up to the tips of the fingers here. You can slide that left leg back more, so heel above the toe. Now your best cat spine, so that rounded spine, ribs in. We're gonna find a little switch hop here. So think light, literally. Nice and quietly, ribs in, take a full inhale. You're gonna switch hop, left foot forwards, right leg back, nice. Okay, we got 2 more times to find that. So second chance, ribs in, really light through the center, inhale, switch hop, right foot forwards, left leg back. Awesome, really quiet. Last one and we transition. Pull the ribs in, touch your fingertips, nice Jen, inhale, switch hop. This time the left foot's gonna stay forwards, right leg back, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms and torso up. And then right away, just halfway forwards as you exhale. So your option, arms can stay more forwards into that warrior 3 shape, arms back. You can take 10 steps to get up there. Otherwise, transfer the weight to the left foot, come up onto the right tippy toes, and then into your toppling tree, warrior 3 shape. Keep a generous bend in that left knee, and then do something with the right foot. Flex or point it to roll the right hip down. Pick up your inner right thigh. Good, ribs in, chest up, last full breath. Awesome, hands catch your hips. Bend that left knee, right leg all the way up to 90 degrees. Take a full inhale, pause. Right hand on top of your right thigh. So a little bit of core engagement, ribs in, push into the right thigh, pull up or kind of lift back up into that right hand. And then Tito's, I forgot this pose. Hand to big toe grip. So you can go hand inside that right thigh. Jen, what is this called? There you go, that one. If Sanskrit your thing, you can stay with the right hand and the right thigh, or go ahead, hand and big toe grip, open out the knee or leg. Awesome. So just keeping that hand on the hip for a moment, just see if you can level the hips, and then maybe left arm out, counter the balance. Awesome, maybe right arm out if you have the inner thigh. Maybe gaze shifts left. One more breath here. Awesome catch. Good. Slowly right leg back through center. If you need a moment, tap that right big toe down. We're staying on that left leg. All right, little bend in the knees. So we're going to find tree pose for a few breaths. You can keep right foot, left inner calf. Maybe big toe down the whole time. Otherwise, right foot up to the inner left thigh. Hands to prayer. So we're going to slowly move into each variation. Wherever you choose to stay is perfect. Again, stay with your breath. So options stay here. Otherwise, more to that hip opening. Hands catch your hips, funky chair. Right ankle bone on top of your left thigh. And then right away, the left leg will bend. Great. But keep shifting your left hip back. Good. Flex the right toe, so knees always protected. Awesome. So if you're starting to move into a little more depth, hands, triceps can come from the right shin like Jen is doing. And perfect even here. So we're going to just target that right outer hip, that glute. If you want to move into toe stand, you can slowly lower down onto the fingertops, onto the left toes. Option for flying pigeon, the arm balance, the one arm balance we're doing tonight. So triceps to the inside of that right shin. Hook your left tricep with the right toes. Plant your palms, elbows in like that chaturanga arms. And then maybe just that left foot lifts up. Maybe extend it fully. Those of you in the arm balance, whenever you're ready to flow it back, you can. I'm going to speak to everyone else that is on the left foot still. So slowly coming all the way back up. Hands to the hips, right foot down. We're going to flush it off. We'll meet everyone in down dog. Arms up, inhale. Hands through the heart, soft knees, fold all the way in half, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in. Just step back, high to low push-up, a rinse. Moving everything we've just done on the right side. Feel a little bit on that left leg, rinse through. Refresh, recharge, rest in down dog, 2 breaths. All right. Whenever you're done, your next exhale. Back to the top. Seal the palms. Inhale, lift to the tiptoes. Hands and feet walk towards the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Soft knees, bow and fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Pause at the peak. Same thing, cactus arms. Maybe you go a little more straighter with the elbows, even reach back with the chest up. Good, stay. Get lots of width across that chest. Good, push of the feet. Inhale, arms all the way up to the top, the sky. Hands to prayer as you exhale. Second set, yogi squat. So maybe you work with the toes more forwards this time. Otherwise, keep the same distance between the feet. Hands to prayer. Can you find even a slower exhale to descend? If you find that your breaths are a little shorter, even take like 2-3 breaths to find your depth of yogi squat for the second time. Another really great option, if you do need a little more release in the low back, maybe even a traditional yogi squat. You'll just have to widen up your feet after. And then just reground. Then reset. Notice maybe from side to side the differences in hips. You got one more full breath here. Settle into that different sensation, better sensation. All right, so a little bit of strength, releasing the hands down, just a rise, an inch or 2 out of those hips. Left leg's gonna stay, right foot, big step back. Once the foot releases back, soften the knee. And then maybe you're up onto the hands. Maybe you take it down onto the forearms. Otherwise, we'll twist together, right hand underneath the shoulder, left hand on top of that left thigh. Nice, so just like Jen, you can support the sacrum here. And maybe you bend up the right leg, grab the outside of the foot, heel to glute, more for the right quad. Heel away from the glute, definitely into the left side of the chest more. And just here for another couple breaths. All right, so that same control, that same strength in that right hamstring. Heel stays towards your glute, but gently let go of the foot with the hand. Awesome, really nice, Jen. Lower the right foot down, left hand comes down. Wiggle walk that left foot between the palms. So, you know, we're working a lot in this lunge position. So set it up, tuck the right toes under, pick up the right knee. If you feel any sort of tightness, slide that right foot back more. From low to high, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms and torso up. Warrior 2, right foot flat, left knee stays bent, arms extended. Reverse your warrior, full inhale, left lung expands. Extended side angle, left forearm, left thigh. Right arm over your right ear, and so you can spin your pinky finger down. Good, scoop your left sit bone under. Guide your inner left knee forwards and out. And then maybe a half or full bind if you're playing with birds of paradise. Again, you got about 4 more breaths here. Again, feel equal weight through both the feet. And take a few breaths here, feeling your left side of the chest lift up. Get a lot of more space. And if you're in birds of paradise, just leaning back and extended side angle. If you're bound as well, reach your right arm towards the front of your room. Good. And then keep the lunge in that left knee. Warrior 2. Slow rise up, extend the arms. Beautiful. Now we move hands to the hips, pick up your left toes, turn to face the right side of the room. So choice, if you need a little more sensation, a little more opening in the legs, stay with hands and hips. Otherwise for the chest as well, arms up, breathe in. Then you can clasp your fingers behind your back, reverse prayer, maybe grab for opposite elbows. Reset, heart high. Lead with your heart, hinge forwards, and then slowly in half. So especially if you have your hands off the ground, notice if the weight just kind of shifted into the heels. Keep the weight traveling forwards into the balls of the feet. Good. For some of you, maybe you like the sensation through the inner linings of the legs, so maybe toes out, heels in, you can play with that. Otherwise, like Jen, more of the toes in, heels out. Last 2 breaths. Especially if you have the hand bind, release the neck, let the head go. Sweet. So maybe you keep lower the hands down. You're gonna pick up your 10 toes, turn 1/4 turn to frame your left foot. That Kriya 1 time. So go forwards and up with the chest, back bend. Straighten your left leg, hips up. Maybe flex the left foot. 1 extra cycle of breath here. Nice, and then re-bend into that left knee. All right, so you've done really great on the first side. We're gonna try even quieter, even catch a little bit air time if you can. Tense your finger tops, really dome the front of your ribs in. Feel the back round, inhale. Switch hop, right foot forwards, left leg back. Really nice, awesome. Ribs in, breathe in. Switch hop, left foot forwards, right leg back, awesome. Last time here, really pull in through the ribs, inhale. And then as you exhale, right foot forwards, left leg back. Set up your low lunge and then ground through the right heel, the ball of the left foot, crescent lunge, nice and high, inhale. 45-degree angle, come forwards halfway. Maybe arms stay alongside the ears or sweep them back. And then ground into that right foot, nice and slow. Warrior 3, toppling tree. So a little hover of the left toes even. Otherwise, left hip in line with the right. Awesome. Nice, Jen. Turning that inner left thigh up. Heart extends forwards. You want to clasp the hands for another round of breath. We're almost there. Stay with your sound. Last cycle. Hands to your hips. Generous bend to that right knee. Inhale, left leg up to 90. And then left hand on top of your left thigh. So just that little resistance pushing into the thigh. Thigh lifts up into the hand. Good. Tuck your right elbow back. Option, left hand inside of the thigh or hand to big toe grip with the leg extended first. Firm the right hip in. On an exhale, left knee out to the side. Leg or knee. Nice. If you want to balance, you can send the right arm out. Maybe eyes shift to the right. Soft gaze. 1 more breath. Then gaze forwards, left leg through 90, catch your hips. Rebend that left knee. You can always lower that left big toe down for a moment. Otherwise, right into tree pose. So left knee out, left foot to the inner right calf or inner thigh. Hug into the right hip. Option, hands to heart center. And then you might just stay here. Good. Feel that open in the left hip. Deep breaths here. Otherwise, we move into funky chair. Catch your hips with the hands. Left ankle bone on top of your right thigh. Nice. So automatically bending to that right knee, right hip back. If you're still moving into a little more depth, so this should feel pretty good into that left outer hip. Hands can slowly maybe even rest in front of the left shin. If you're starting to move into flying pigeon for the arm balance, flex the left foot. So even feel the left toes kind of wrap around your right tricep. Lowering the hands down with the elbows tucked. Lean the weight into the fingerprints, and then maybe right heel up. If you're in the arm balance, option to flow it back from here. Otherwise, for everyone else with the right foot still grounded, your next inhale to slowly come on up. Really nice, Jen. Release the left foot down, mountain pose. We flow together. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. We'll all meet in down dog, so if you get there sooner, no problem. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step high to low, chaturanga. Nice, up dog or cobra, breath in. Downward facing dog, make it clear. Full inhale, long exhale. And then 2 more. Notice now side to side. Notice the symmetry, maybe notice one side, kind of like, ooh, that feels better. The last breath. All right, from down dog, inhale, come high to the toes. Soft knees, look ahead, walker, light hop up, top of the mat. Halfway lift, full breath in. Fold on your exhale. Ground down, inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Good, right arm down as you exhale, ready to Nadarajasana, dancer's pose. Good, so right thumb back, right pinky finger forwards. Bend up your right knee, scoop the ankle. Good, thighs in close, so a soft bend in that left knee. Option to stay right here. Otherwise, on an exhale, start to kick back. So just like in the bind, if you took it in Ardha Chandrasana, lots of work that right hamstring, kicking the foot into the hand. Now, just like Jen, we don't have that mirror directly in front of us, but see if you can just soften that left knee. Feel the weight kind of move across that left foot. Feel your right hip come down. Nice. And then lift up to the chest, the gaze. 2 more breaths. Good. Still maintain the effort. Right hand into the foot. Right foot into the hand. Come all the way up. Exhale, gently let that go. Take a deep breath in. Make it clear. Rinse off the first side. Make it clear. Left leg, left arm. Reach up. Inhale. Another adjustment. Left side, left arm down. Bend up the left knee. Scoop up the ankle. Good. And then same thing. So take some time here. Take a few clear breaths. Perfect here. Otherwise, start to find the effort, left foot into the hand. Soften to that right knee. Good. So again, if you don't have that visual looking back at you, see if you can feel the right foot fully plug into the carpet, the ground, your mat. And then bring attention to the left side. Roll the left hip down. And then think upwards. Right side of the chest, even the gaze. 2 more final breaths here in dancers. So nice. Keep the effort. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose, Samasthiti. You reach your arms up, breathe in. Grab onto your left wrist and then step your left ankle bone behind the right heel. So you can bend your right knee a whole lot more. And then just think of zipping up the legs. Inhale, lift up out of the waist. Side bend to the right as you exhale. Good. And then slowly come all the way back up. Left foot beside the right. Grab onto the right wrist. Good. Step your right ankle bone behind the left heel. Inhale, stretch up and out of the waist to the left. Longer exhale. So just finding more space. And just do 1 more on each side. So come back up, feet together. Grab onto your left wrist. You can keep the feet side by side or take that left ankle behind the right side, bend to the right. Inhale, back up. You choose the feet placement. Right hand is grabbed by the left hand, side bend, left exhale. Good, come all the way up, feet together, arms stay extended, but press the palms, hands to the heart, hinge and half fold into Uttanasana. Release the head. Halfway lift, breathe in. Just step into high plank, high push-up. Good. Heart forwards, inhale. Chaturanga, full or modified as you exhale. Up dog or cobra, breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Hips up nice and high, so you might even have to step the feet in closer towards the hands, like a half a foot or just a little bit. And then you can look forwards for a moment. Release the elbows down. So your elbows should be right behind the wrists here, elbows in. We're going to find a few breaths here in for the shoulders. So your hips are going to stay this high. Option even clasp your fingers, tuck your pinky fingers under. Good. On your next inhale, look forwards. Bring your nose towards your thumbs. Keep the hips up. Back into that dolphin pose, exhale. 4 more. Inhale, go forwards, ground into the forearms, nose over the thumbs, back up. Exhale. Nice, find your breath. Inhale, go forwards as far as you can, so shoulders exceed the elbows, and then back up as you exhale. Last 2, stay strong, stay with me. Inhale, go forwards. Nice, Jen. Good, back up, hips up as you exhale. Last 1, belly button in. Inhale, go forwards. Now pause, keep the breath flowing. 1 cycle. There it is, back up, downward facing dog. All right, from here you can walk your feet back. Keep your forearms where they are, walk your feet back. And then look forward, slowly lower the knees, and then into Sphinx pose. Good, so just a little stretch for the chest. And you can keep your elbows underneath the shoulders. Just close your eyes. If it's comfortable, you can let your forehead kind of bow a little bit. Awesome. We're just gonna pulse through a little, couple cobras, option for a little more height. Last breath, breathe across the collarbones. Really nice, and then just lower your forehead all the way down. So choice to tense your fingertips outsides of the mat. So if you're feeling like there's a little more space into the chest, perfect. Otherwise, hands underneath the shoulders. Ground the tops of your feet, 3 pulses. Your next inhale, wave your heart up high. Eyes can stay closed. Soften all the way into the ground, exhale. 2 more, maybe the hands can walk back a bit more. Breathe in, head and chest up. Lower down, exhale. Last 1, inhale, wave your heart up high. Notice all that space through the front of your chest. Soften, exhale. All right, 3 breaths here. Look out right, left ear down. Relax your arms and just take some breaths here. Direct it into the low back. And maybe into the shoulders. Even allowing the gaze to rest. We're just gonna slowly move up each segment of the spine. She needs a towel, it's getting hot here. All right, we're gonna move into Shalabhasana. So from here, lower your chin and forehead onto the mat. Get hands slide in line with the ribs, tops of feet press. Both the legs and chest up at the same time. Your next inhale, lift up. Good. Awesome. So you can always keep the feet onto the ground. You can stay here with the hands. Otherwise, send your arms alongside you. So this time the legs, the arms, the chest stays lifted. Belly button in, ribs in. Sweet. You can stay right here. Otherwise, arms towards the front of the room. Maybe even cactus the arms if the shoulders are feeling something. Good. Belly button in. Nice, Jen. Keep the reach of the toes towards the back. Last variation, C. Bend your elbows. Clasp your fingers behind your back. Keep the heart lifted. Good. Toes just reaching back. Keep the extension. If you want to lift the elbows up, knuckles up. Take a full breath in. Awesome. Slowly come down as you exhale. Gaze out left, right ear onto the mat. And then move the chin a little closer towards the left shoulder. So we're just going to pick up where we left off, variation C. So coming back with the fingers clasped, or you can just keep your arms alongside you. Same time, your next inhale, legs and chest up. Breathe in. Good, firm through the center, ribs in as you exhale. Now, option to stay exactly as you are. Otherwise, just lower your chest a little, bend up your knees, that hamstring work. Grabbing for the outsides of the feet or the ankles, and then strong hamstrings. Kick your feet into the hand, chest up, floor bow. So ribs in. You can play with maybe lowering the thighs to lift the chest, or lower the chest to lift the legs, or equal lift here through chest and legs. Final 2 breaths here. Keep the gaze steady. Breathe into the front of the body, the entire front side. Hold where you are. Inhale. Slowly let go as you exhale. Option to look right. Just for a couple breaths, you can windshield wiper the legs, maybe even a half frog. So bending up the right knee, right elbow, a little release for the low back. And then we'll just balance out the next stretch. Look left. Same thing, half frog if you took it on the right side. Right, so if you do have full cobra, or if you just want to stay with cobra, you can always work with that for the last back bend from our stomachs. Otherwise, we're going to go upward facing dog if you're coming with me. So hands in line with the low ribs, feet out, hips with distance. Before you come up with the chest, make sure you can feel the tops of feet press down so much the kneecaps lift. And then hips forwards on your next inhale, push into the palms, chest up, nice. A little bend in the elbows, wrap your arm bones back, 2 more. If it's okay for the neck, maybe gaze straight ahead or even up a bit. Feel the tops of feet grounding to propel the hips more forwards. Breathe in. Through the knees or over the toes, downward facing dog. If you can pedal it out, I really like to bend the knees here. Jen is too, pedaling out the feet. And then we'll continue opening the front side. So when you're ready, you can hop through onto your shins and knees, or just lower your shins and knees down. Good. Sleeping hero, reclined hero. So traditional version, knees together, but between the feet, otherwise wide-legged like Jen is doing. She also has a block, so don't worry about the depth of how far you come back. All you want to feel is something through the front of the thighs. So big toes to touch, engagement through the glutes. Good, and if you're trying to come back like Jen is, if it's comfortable, arms can reach up overhead, or you can just simply relax the arms alongside you or onto the front of the hips. And then we are preparing for back bending. So think of this as a hip opening, exactly that, the front body opening, so ribs contained. Good. Direct your inhale into the front of the hips, the hip flexors. Really slowing down the flow here, last two. Alright, so you can grab the heels of the shins, okay, without twisting, so without favoring one side or the other. Come onto the forearms and up onto the palms. Good, you can release the hands out in front of you. Option just to lean to left or right side to lay down, otherwise plant your palms. Maybe through vinyasa, so you can, we'll meet in down, you can move through a flow from down dog, jump through. Nice. And then once you make it onto your back, we'll move into our back bend. Whenever you get there, we'll move right into bridge to start. So we got a couple sets tonight. So we'll start with bridge and supported bridge. Definitely if you want to keep it a little more chill, a little later in the evening, if you prefer just a block underneath the sacrum, that's great. Otherwise, we'll start with bridge pose. Another great option, block between the legs. Really feel the legs activate. Push into the feet, and then slowly elevate your hips up. You can either walk your arms underneath, clasping fingers like Jen has here, or you can just press the forearms and palms down. And then really push into the foot soles, motion the sacrum towards the backs of the knees. And as the elbows come in closer, feel the shoulder heads, lift the chest up. Option to stay, otherwise adding a little bit of height, lift the heels up. Slide your palms underneath the sacrum, wrap your fingers around the waist for supported bridge. And the hands are just kind of like, just literally not doing a lot of work. So find the legs, once again, heels come down. Awesome. And then you can keep the support of the legs to lift the chest. One more full breath here. Think front body expanding. Nice. And then inhale, lift the heels, let your arms slide out, slowly heels down, hips down. Knees can knock in, feet can go wide, or feet to touch, knees out wide. And just take 2 breaths. You can soak up that, rebound the effect of the back bend, maybe a quicker heartbeat, maybe a little more heat running through the front side. And then option to always stay with bridge, supported bridge, with or without a block. Otherwise, we'll start to move into wheel. So if you're coming with me for wheel, feet are going to release onto the mat, hips width distance. And then same thing with the legs here. Elevate your hips up. Good. And then without moving the hips, you're just going to send your arms up high. So you can always stay in bridge as Jen is doing. Otherwise, you're going to flex your wrists, so palms face the ceiling. Keep that as you bend your elbows, plant your hands in line with the ears. Feel your feet press. On your next inhale, just a light touch onto the crown of your head, so you can either adjust your hands out wider to bring the elbows in, and then when you're ready, active legs, push through the feet to come all the way up, full wheel. Good. Nice, keep the breath clear, gaze maybe just between the palms. If you want, you can kind of even look towards the back of the room, last cycle. Awesome, if you're up in wheel, tuck your chin in, lower the shoulders first, then hips. And then that same thing, rebound, get knees knock, feet out wide, or feet to touch, knees out wide. Right away, flood the body with a fuller breath. And we have time for one more. So your choice, if you just want to keep it a little more passive, great. If you're ready just to find a reclined hero or knees to knock, feet mats with, great. Otherwise, your last back bend, you can take it up into wheel. Maybe just like Jen is really supported with the block, so allowing gravity to help you into that heart opener. Good. You got 5 breaths here if you want to hold a little longer. Awesome. Good. So especially this opening through the front body, countering maybe a lot more that curled, that rounded shoulders, sitting funny, watching TV. So again, really expand out and open. Awesome. And then when you do release out of your back bend, And just making sure you're coming down slowly, hips last. Nice. And the knees to knock, feet out wide. We're going to move right into our sloppy twist just to neutralize the low back. So you can always just stay in that reclined cobbler if you prefer. Otherwise, arms tee out. Feet out max width distance. And then just really loosely let your legs drop to the left. Eyes can settle right or even just chin to the right. Inhale, come back up. Knees right, eyes left. And one more each side. Inhale, come back up. Knees left, eyes right. Option to even weigh the left ankle down to the right thigh for an extra cycle. And hook the foot. Inhale, knees back up, knees fall right. Option, right ankle bone on top of the left thigh. And then unhook the foot. Just 3 breaths here, so you can go double wind relievers, a little more effort. You can hug the thighs in, or you can just keep it really loose, straight arms, claw the kneecaps, or even like a happy baby, 3 breaths. So letting your thighs soften to either side of the torso. If you feel the hips pick up right away from grabbing the feet, just keep the heels closer towards your glutes. Yeah, if you're adding motion like Jen is, just easing into the hips. Last full breath. And then heels towards your glutes. Last flow coming up. So you can grab the back of your thighs, your hamstrings. You can just do a simple transition, turn around, find down dog. Otherwise, rocking up and down. Your final flow, find some momentum to rock up. Cross your ankles, plant your palms. You can either flow it back into a low push-up. Nice. Otherwise, step high to low. Good. Meeting in downward facing dog. And the hips, we kind of worked into them a little more today. So maybe surprise yourself with maybe a little more deeper pigeon. Otherwise, we can always do crane. No, not crane. Oh my gosh, all the birds are wrong today. We'll start with pigeon, right leg up high, inhale. Right knee, right wrist. What is that one with the spider one? Deer. Deer, yeah. Well, that was a wrong animal altogether. All right, so you can take pigeon like Jen is doing, number 7 shape with the legs. Otherwise, we'll go deer, so not a bird at all. 90-degree angle in your front leg, 90-degree angle in your back leg. You will tend to maybe fall to the right side a bit more, but try to keep your chest, whatever variation you're in, pigeon or deer, chest moving forward. So ideally, again, just focusing a little more into that right glute, the hip. If you prefer even a seated thread the needle, or even take a thread the needle, that works too. Especially we kind of found this shape throughout class, so maybe you are a little more open for a deeper expression. And once you kind of feel that feel good, let the breath settle in. And just kind of redirect the headspace back into the body, onto the mat. Last 3 rounds of breath. So wherever you are, when you're done your next exhale, everybody's just going to walk back up, and you're just going to stay with the right knee bent, lean out to the right side, bring your left foot out in front of you. So right foot sole pressing to the inner left thigh. So still that similar kind of tree shape. Again, you're going to turn your torso towards the left foot, left fingertips behind your hip, right arm up high. Take a full inhale, and lean with the heart, extend forwards, either right hand to the shin. You can grab the outside of the left foot as well. And then it is for sure a fold, but at the end of the exhale, just a little rotation, chest towards the left side. You want to add the left hand inside the left foot as well. You can. And try to still keep that right hip coming down. And one more breath. Good. And then our second last heart opener. So right hand is going to come behind you. We're going to take joy pose. You're going to turn your left toes to the right. Ground into that right palm, right shin. On your next inhale, hips up. Good. So you can even move your left arm more behind you or just even over your head. You're going to set your gaze low, lower your left hand down, come onto the left tiptoes, downward facing dog. If you need a flow, take it. Otherwise, just hold steady. Maybe walk out the legs, pelt your feet. And we got the left side, pigeon, left leg up, inhale. Knee to wrist, or take that deer posture, more of a 90-degree angle in that front shin. Back leg can bend up a little bit more. So ideally, you just want your chest to extend forward. And if you're someone who feels a lot in this, and even just simply having the forehead a little more supported, so especially if the head is still upright, shoulders are doing work, see if you can rest it onto a pillow or a block. Day 6, almost a few minutes away, 6 practices, amazing job, challengers. One more breath here. And take your time, so the inhale will bring your torso back up. Shift onto the left hip, bring your right leg out in front of you. So left foot, inner right thigh. If you are kind of rolled back, see if you can soften that right knee a bit. Right fingers beside you. Left arm up high, inhale. And extend forwards as far as you can without rounding the spine. And then you're either resting hand to the shin, maybe left hand outside the right foot as you fold. Your last breath here. Some final heart opener. So for joy pose, you're going to bring yourself back up. Left hand comes behind you, right toes turn to the left. Go when you're ready, root into that left shin, slowly rise on up. So breathe into the front of the hips. Right arm can go behind your head or more to the back of the room. And then settling your gaze low, right hand down, right toes onto the mat. Shift yourself up and back. Final downward facing dog. So your last down dog here, surrendering the head towards the heart. Push into the palms, maybe the heels root down or not, no big deal. And then when you're ready, softening to the shins, the knees, lay on down. And we're going to take Supta Baddha Konasana for the last couple breaths. If you prefer seated, no problem. So sometimes that compression through the front of the hips for some of us might feel nice. So you can always stay seated for the first half of the posture, and then otherwise we're going to meet everyone in reclined cobbler, so feet to touch, knees out wide. If you are feeling pretty open, walk underneath the sacrum just to elevate the hips, really exposing the front of the hips. And wherever's comfortable, like Jen, one hand to the heart, one to the belly. So just taking these last few moments, conscious moments, feeling literally, again, everyone that's practicing together. A couple more breaths. So if you are seated and you want to meet us now in the recline version, perfect. If you're already on your backside, if you want to increase the sensation, heels further away from your groin might help with that. Third of the way through the 21 days. Now, if you just need a few more moments in this shape, just to help kind of wind down from all the hips and all the sensations moving through you, take your time. Otherwise, you can slowly extend out into your final Shavasana, so whatever that looks like for you, however, whatever shape feels best for you to clearly rest in. Close the eyes. Finally, we got some great weather, some sun, so if you want to darken the space just a bit, a little pressure on the eyelids just to help kind of stimulate, start to really let the body calm. So thank you so much, Metta Yoga community. You guys are amazing. You're keeping us smiling ear to ear always. please stay and rest as long as you like. Until next time, namaste.